Kyle would have stopped abruptly. He would have hit Kyle in the back. Next thing you know, they get coming up with this, and then they found one charge to stick. That's what happened. I don't even get it. I took my kids to
If Mr.
dinner.
Grant wants a trial, I'll give it to him.
I'm not asking
what
for
he's
it.
told me is enough. I'm telling the child, he's not a child, the young man, not to cooperate with the police. But Mr. Grant, I feel the way Mr. Gabriel does.
What started as a simple traffic stop quickly turned into courtroom chaos. A father told his son, "Do not comply with unlawful orders," while police surrounded the vehicle. The son refused to identify himself. The daughter recorded everything, and tensions exploded. Prosecutors pushed felony charges, including resisting police and witness intimidation. Then came the most shocking line: shopping while black. That's all this was.
Mr. Grant, would you come forward, please?
That form I gave you, did you have a chance to read that over?
Yeah.
Did you understand or have any questions about it? I'll have you sign that then. Just confirming that's the already took care of. Very good. I already filled it out.
Yes. This is file number 26505FY, People versus Anthony Dwayne Grant. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, of course, I know you, but I need to identify you for the record. You're here with your lawyer, Mr. Ross Truckee. You're charged in kind of a complaint. I'll read it as it's written. You're charged with bribing, intimidating, or interfering with a witness. Count 1. Count 2, resisting and obstructing a police officer. Count 3, resisting and obstructing as a 4th habitual offender. That would make the first charge a 20-year maximum felony. It's alleged that you did, by threat or intimidation, discourage or attempt to discourage Deputy Jason Van Dyken, a sheriff deputy with St. Joseph County Sheriff's Office. The defendant knew would attend as a witness, testifying or giving information at a future official proceeding, and did willfully impede, interfere with, prevent, or obstruct, or attempt to willfully impede, interfere, or prevent, to obstruct the ability of a witness to attend and testify. This happens from time to time when people actually do go out in the hallway, or they call somebody on a phone. We had a case a few years ago where somebody threatened somebody right out in the hall at the courthouse. Anyway, that's the principal charge. The next 2 charges are resisting, obstructing a police officer. Mr. Gabriel, what's the plea offer here?
Your Honor, I reviewed the facts of the case and gone over it and looked at the various statutes, and I know Deputy Van Dyken, and I know him not to be intimidated very much. As a result of that, I've offered a global kind of resolution to both Mr. Grant and an individual that was with him, Mr. Sigler. Mr. Grant will have an opportunity to enter a plea to misdemeanor count of attempted resisting and obstructing of Officer Van Dyken. And Mr. Sigler then will enter a plea to a count of disturbing the peace.
Mr. Truckee, is that your understanding?
Yes.
That sneaked up on me. It's allergy season and I'm in the throes of it. All right, Mr. Grant. Attempted resisting obstructing is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,000. Ms. Davis authorized this, and wasn't exactly clear how this came about. Attempted resisting obstructing is different. It's a misdemeanor. It doesn't have to do with threatening or intimidating about a witness. Is there a video of this?
Yes.
There's some body camera.
This video means right
Mr. Grant, are you gonna plead to the misdemeanor charge of attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this a guilty plea or no contest?
Guilty plea, I
Be a guilty
believe.
plea.
All right. Well, I see that you signed the advice of rights acknowledging that you're waiving the right to have a trial. You understand by entering this plea that you're giving those rights up?
Yeah, I do, Your Honor, but I do so understand, my son's, he has a lot of stuff going on in his life. He's trying to move forward with his life. So, if I gotta sacrifice some of my things in order for him to have what he needs, then I'm willing to do so. I don't agree with what
I'm not
happened,
gonna
but
sentence you today if I take this plea. I'm
Okay.
gonna get the police report. I'm gonna watch the video to try to see exactly how this all went down. You understand that?
now I do.
All right. Other than what we just talked about, anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this
No,
or promise you anything?
no.
All right. This happened on March 20th, Lincoln near Millard, which is Tornado Central, about 2 weeks after the tornado. At about midnight, you and your son got pulled over in a car. All right, things went downhill from there. What happened after that?
We were simply shopping and went down the street, and next thing you know, we see these cops following us, and a lot of stuff is missing from the beginning, but like you said.
Well, I don't have the whole police report. I'm just looking at a bond information sheet.
Yeah, but
What
see,
it says here is that Kyle would not identify himself and refused to step out of the vehicle. So they got him out. Then, according to this, you're telling your son not to comply.
within the unlawful orders. That's what I kept saying. Some follow all lawful orders,
All right.
just as I will, but
All right, well, let me tell you this. If
Okay.
a police officer stops you in a car, they have a right to ask who you are.
sure.
That's under the motor vehicle code. It's also somewhere else.
Exactly.
I'm John Lee Gacy, but I won't give you my name. They want to know who you are. So anyway, there's this. So then you're telling Kyle, don't cooperate with officers. And then you didn't want to get out of the car either. And they pulled you out of the car and lodged you.
That's not what happened. I asked them what was the probable cause, and I kept asking them, and then they said, Pennsylvania versus Mims, you're under arrest. That's what they did. So I unbuckled myself and got out of the vehicle. As you will see when you look at the video, they escalated stuff so quickly and so fast. And my daughter's in the back. She's trying to film what's going on.
How old is she?
She's only 17. I asked them not to frisk her.
Well, do you have her video also?
Yes, we have her video too.
Do you have that, Mr. Gabriel?
I do not, Your Honor.
I asked them not to touch her because she's a minor. There's a police officer, female there. She wouldn't even frisk her, but the male officer putting his hands on her. It was just, it didn't make any sense. Shopping while black, that's all, that's what happened.
Where were you shopping?
We left Applebee's, went to Myers. We come out of Myers and cop cars are swarming around Myers. And next thing I know, they're following us and we're like, what the heck is going on? They're looking for somebody. We laughing. Me and Kyle look at each other like, whoa, they looking for somebody. We go to Myers gas station, get gas. And we notice the car sitting over in the corner there. And then I'm like, I know they're not following us, Kyle. He said, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. I said, no, you didn't. We left there, went down that street, and next thing you know, that car is following us, was lights off behind us. And if Kyle would have stopped abruptly, he would have hit Kyle in the back. Next thing you know, they get coming up with this, and then they found one charge to stick. That's what happened. I don't even get it. I took my
Yeah,
kids
if
to
Mr.
dinner.
Grant wants a trial, I'll give it to him.
Well,
I'm not asking
What
for
he's
it.
told me is enough. I'm telling the child, he's not a child, the young man, not to cooperate with the police. But Mr. Grant, I feel the way Mr. Gabriel does. If you want to enter the plea, I'll accept it and I'll set it for sentencing. I'm not going to shoot from the hip. I want to see the police report. I want to see the video. But if you want to maintain that you didn't do anything wrong, you have a right to have a trial.
I'm continuing on what we're doing, Your Honor. Please.
You want me to accept your plea?
Yes, please.
All right. There's more to the story. It starts somewhere prior to this, and we'll find out what the deal is. In my early days, nothing was on video. You had to rely on people's memory, which was unreliable, or maybe they weren't exactly truthful about what happened. Now, with the advent of video, body cameras and car cameras and phone cameras, it's almost an anomaly when you don't have a video of something. But let's set this at a date. Again, Ms. Strong is only available on Wednesdays, but I'm not going to fill any more on that June 3rd date. I'm going to set these at the same time.
Why do you ask me what happened? You don't want to tell me. This is crazy.
Casey, are you available on June 17th at 10?
I can be, Your Honor, but I would indicate my Mr. Sigler is pleading to disturbing the peace. I don't see anything to overcome the presumption of fines and costs in this file.
Well, that may be true, but I want to see the whole picture before I do it. All right, does that date work for you, Mr. Truckee?
Could you give that date to me again, Your Honor?
June 17th.
That does.
At 10:30. Mr. Grant and I met a long time ago, 30 years ago. And he got sideways several times, but to my knowledge, he's been crime-free, respectable citizen for the last 30 years. Sometimes he's at the courthouse, he'll just stick his head in and say hello. I didn't know Mr. Sigler very well until this, but we'll have a chance to get more information, Mr. Grant, before we decide what to do with this. So you're set for sentencing for June 17th at 10:30, jointly with Kyle Sigler. So have a seat. We'll find out more about this before we jump to do a sentence.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Kyle's gonna go.
Oh,
And
oh,
Jason's
no, wait.
my card is still in the breakout room.
Are you done with it?
Yes, he's given me.
Those are somebody else's.
Plus Eric and Georgina are enjoying their morning here. Kind of like working at the landfill.
Did you read and understand the everything? Can you sign there for me? If you don't have any questions.
Good morning. Are you Diana Lynn Leggera?
Yes, sir.
How do you say your last name?
Leggera, you said it
Very
correctly.
good, thank you. Ms. Leggera, you were down here in St. Joe County doing I don't know what on April 16th. And you got stopped in a car and you had a handgun
Yes, sir.
strapped to your side. You don't have a permit. That's commonly known as carrying concealed weapon in a motor vehicle. It's a felony punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment. I looked at this because I never heard of you before. As far as I can tell, you don't have any criminal record that I was able to locate. And you got charged with this felony. As I indicated, it is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. The fine is up to $2,500. Prosecutor Gabriel and your lawyer have discussed this. We get lots of these in the course of a year, maybe 25. And very often, when the people don't have much of any of a criminal record, like you don't, the prosecutor will reduce this to a misdemeanor charge. Mr. Gabriel, what's the status here?
Your Honor, we're gonna offer the young lady an opportunity to enter a plea to improper transport under 750.227D. She did once upon a time have a CPL, but it expired about 4 years ago. The gun will be reduced or sold or whatever the police do with these. And I believe that misdemeanor would be sufficient to have her remember if she wants a gun, she's gotta get it licensed.
It is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. And it requires forfeiture of the firearm. Once upon a time, the guns all went to a warehouse of the state police and other departments could come get a gun. Way back in the day, they had all mismatched guns. Some people had automatics, some people had revolvers, 45 calibers, 38s. It was all mishmash. Well, 25 years or more ago, departments went to uniform automatic firearms. Each department, every officers carry the same gun. So they don't do that anymore. What they do is they grind them up. They destroy them. They aren't sold or put back into use. They're destroyed. But the statute required that the firearms be forfeited. Do you understand?
Yes.
I believe this was your sister's gun. You're going to be accountable to her. Other than this plea agreement where a felony is reduced to a misdemeanor, did anybody promise you anything
No, sir.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
And you signed this advice of rights acknowledging that you're waiving your right to have a trial. So are you going to plead to improper transport?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you were doing.
I'm from Kalamazoo. And we were coming out this way to look at a handyman special. We're moving. We're actually moving today.
A handyman specializes in a house?
Yes, it was in a mobile home park, but we've been scammed a few times through the process of trying to find a place to live. And when people are talking about giving away homes for free, it was just really suspicious. So I felt the need to carry that day, and I did not think further into it as far as I'm transporting it improperly. And
So you were coming down here to maybe explore a place to live down here?
correct.
The guy you were with, he had an open warrant for his arrest, I think. He got arrested.
He did.
What happened to him?
He had to finish paying he actually didn't go back to court. He was supposed to go to court. He got out that day on bond.
Mr. Gabriel, I can see why you reduced this, but I'm always a little leery when there's a gun in the chamber, a round in the chamber. You got 4 bullets, 3 more than Barney Fife got. You got a Ruger 380 with a round in the chamber. That's not very safe. But when the police asked about it, you were very forthcoming. You told them you had the gun.
Yes.
And at one point you did have a CPL.
Yes, actually, I don't even think I waited for the officer to ask. I believe we told him as soon as he got by the window that there was the gun in the vehicle.
All right.
I was not trying to hide it from him in any way.
Did you go to jail?
I did,
How long were you there?
just overnight.
How was that?
Not fun. Somewhere I would rather never, ever go to again. want to be one of those people to say that I've learned my lesson, but I have learned the lesson.
All right. Order 1 day jail credit, 1 day. There's a $75 fine, a $75 fine, crime victims' rights fee, state minimum fee of $50 and a $150 attorney fee. That's $350. He did post a $1,000 10% bond. So we have $100. There's $90 that can be applied. The court by court rule keeps 10% of a 10% bond. So you owe $240. And the gun and ammunition are forfeited. It's 11 o'clock. Can you pay that fine within 30 days?
Yes.
There's stuff up here. $240 by June 5th. And you have to work it out with your sister for the value of this gun. You can pay, there's credit card instructions inside the envelope. The amount is inside the flap. You can pay with cash or mail in a certified check or money order. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Take care, Ms. Leggera.
Thank you, you too. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
So I.
All right, we're gonna finally get to Grant
It's done
and
down here. Take care.
Sigler. Disturbing the peace is an old-fashioned 90-day misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Most generally, it results in time served and fine and costs. But as I said, I'm going to get more information before I do the sentence in this case. Mr. Sigler, other than that, did anyone promise you anything
No, Your Honor.
or threaten you?
No, Your Honor.
Disturbing the peace has to do with, was there a choral argument or disturbance in a public place? Doesn't matter who started it or who was right or wrong. But what we know from the last case is you got pulled over coming from the Meyer gas station.
Yes,
You live on Portage Street.
yes,
So you have to go at the red light and go straight, and you were headed, I guess, eastbound on Millard Street. Is that correct?
yes,
And you were driving.
yes.
All right, tell me what happened next.
He was, well, we was at Myers and they were following us around for a while. And then I got out the car to help my dad put groceries in. And that's when we went to Myers gas station to get gas. And then we noticed them following us on the way home. And then they were following us for a while and then they turned their lights on and then I pulled over and then they said, first they said we used the wrong turn signal. Then they said our taillight was out, and then that's why I said the taillight wasn't out because we checked it before we left home. And then that's when first they told me to get out the car. I said for what? And then they asked me again, and I got out. They didn't have to pull me out again.
Perfect. Thank you, Kyle.
Again, I don't have the police report, just the brief bond information report. Did you have your license in your possession?
It was in the car, but they found my permit, so either way they knew who I was.
All right, you had a permit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that charge is being dismissed
Okay.
as part of this plea agreement. It says here they ask you to identify yourself and you wouldn't tell them who you were, and your dad's yelling at you not to comply. And After that, I removed Sigler from the driver's side of the vehicle. Did the officers ask you your name?
Not until after I was in the police car, like when we got ready to leave. But we were already in the police car. They didn't ask me while I was in the car.
Conducted a traffic stop for a third brake light out. Sigler would not identify himself and asked and refused to step out of the vehicle after being advised to do so multiple times. Sigler refused to comply. At that time, moved Sigler from the driver's side of the vehicle. So that's not how you remember it. Well, did you do anything that would disagreed with the officer?
When they said to get out, I got out. And then when they said put my hands behind my back, that I was under arrest, I put my hands behind my back.
You were reluctant to put your hands behind your back?
Yeah, I put my hands behind my back when they asked me to.
Sorry, well, I'm not finding. Did you not tell them who you were?
Yeah, I didn't tell them my name because my dad told me it was unlawful.
All right.
And Your Honor, if I may, for disturbing the peace, he was involved in a traffic stop where voices were raised. There were multiple people inside the car yelling. There were officers speaking as well. It could have been observed by the public because it was open to the public and in a public place.
Well, that's the very nature of disturbing the peace. Will you accept that, Mr. Sigler?
Yes.
All right, I'm really interested to see these videos. Were they suspected of stealing from Myers, or was that completely unrelated?
Completely unrelated, Your Honor.
No, they were just, I mean, there was some observations, but when Deputy Van Dyken saw that the light was out, he pulled them over and.
This sure went sideways from a third tail light being out. We'll find out more about it. Anyway, Mr. Sigler, normally I just give you a fine, but I want to know, and it's unlikely you're going to go to jail for this, but I want to do everything all at the same time on a set for sentence.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On June 17th at 10:30. Police report and all videos. Ms. Strong, do you have their phone video?
I do not have the phone video, no, but I have the body cam and I've reviewed that.
All right, I'd like to see it.
Would you?
All right,
I'm
Mr.
sure that gets
Sigler,
provided.
I don't know if you owed any money.
Your dad can give it to me. Yeah, just- That's nice, so that we can provide it to the prosecutor in the court.
I don't see that you do. So you're free to go. And I will see you on June 17th at 10:30.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I didn't give any handwritten notices. There's enough time. The parties will get their notice. I do have a waivers of preliminary examination in the matter of James Glenn Swinehart. There are
And you get your official
4
notice out there.
cases. And Ms. Strong has provided those. Well, you got your money's worth this morning. I think you did the last time you were here. Thank you for being here. It is a public courtroom and you're welcome to come, but we had a lot going on and we got a lot more to do. But there's 4 waivers on Swinehart.
I'll see you this afternoon.
All right, Casey, is that complete your cases?
Yes, I'll be back this afternoon.
All right, that will be Judge Pattison. It'll be in this room. All right, that leaves us with Mr. Truckee and Mr. Bush. And let's see what we have.
Yeah, could we deal with Miss Prather? She's been here quite a while now. It's unique in that apparently Mr. Marcoux is getting into the case.
Oh,
but he's
yes.
not here.
Darlin Prather, would you come forward, please?
May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
Yes.
I know. Well, this one, just reject and so
I got an email yesterday, very late in the day, at about 4:45.
It's not signed by the new attorney.
All right, that advised that Mr. Marcoux was gonna be getting into this case. Are you Dustin Darlin Prather?
Yes, I am.
And you've retained Anastasia Marcoux to represent you in this matter?
Yes, sir.
He is out of the country. Hope they let him back in. And you find that
My
email.
understanding he was back today, I think.
What's that?
My understanding was I think he was back today.
I don't know, but they'd asked to adjourn it. Looking for the email, I can't find it. Maybe it was sent late in the day, maybe I just saw it late in the day. At any rate, do you have any objection if we adjourn this matter for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna adjourn this to, do you have any objection, Mr. Gabriel?
pardon me?
Do you have any objection?
No, Your Honor, I just wanted it on the record because
All right, 2 weeks from today would take us to May 19th at 8:30. And that would be May 26th at 1 for the prelim.
Your Honor, I am officially out then.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know whether that date works for Mr. Marcoux. I guess we'll find out. But your next date is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026 at 8:30 for a pre-exam conference. So, Mr. Prather, your bond is continued for your appearance 2 weeks from this morning at this same location. I thank you again for your patience. Are you Katherine Ann Crop? What are we doing with this case?
Your Honor, we're gonna have waivers in both files.
All right,
I don't have the form in the 24 file. I have the 26 one signed to share with
all right.
counsel.
Laura, could you print waivers of arraignment, waivers of prelim for me in the Katherine Crop case?
The old one.
All right, Ms. Crop, in 241864 FY, you're charged with unlawful use of a motor vehicle. That used to be known as joyriding. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years, and it's a high court misdemeanor, punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. The other charge is a 26 case. 26753 FY alleges fail to return to rented property over over than $1,000. Apparently you rented a car allegedly and failed to return it. Let's see what the punishment for that one is. I don't see that very often.
Just like you signed it before. That's all. I can say the same thing. Nothing
That is punishable by up to 5 years and up to $10,000 as a third habitual offender. I have the bind over in that. Laura, I actually only need the bind over sheet in the 2-4 case, 241864 FY Catherine Crop. Sometimes I can't tell whether they hear me or not, if they're away from their desk, or I was calling for Jenny this morning and she didn't hear any of it. Bond in the 26 case is set at 5,000, 10%. Ms. Crop, where's your address? The list here is unknown.
It's in Decatur, 413 East Edgar Bergen Boulevard, Decatur, Michigan.
What was the number again?
It's 413 East Edgar Bergen. It's apartment 1C in Decatur, Michigan.
Laura, I need a bind over in Catherine Crop, the 2024 case, 241864. Would you see if you can find Laura for me? I'd like to take care of this while we're all here. The matters will be bound over to circuit court to be set for further proceedings, which will start with a status conference some time from now. Oh, all right. I don't know when that will be, sometime later this summer. What are you doing in Decatur?
I just moved back from Indiana. That's my hometown.
What's that?
I just moved back from Indiana.
All right, but are you working there or are you just residing there?
I just got back, so I'm not yet.
All right. You're not allowed to go to Indiana as a condition of your bond. Is that an issue?
No.
While we're waiting, what are we gonna do with Taylor Matthews?
Taylor Matthews has signed a waiver.
All right.
He's here.
Kevin McNett.
He is the non-appearance today.
Okay. Naomi Morris.
Not
That's
mine.
Ross's. William Sigler.
That will be a misdemeanor plea. He's here.
Reed's, oh, that's Ross's. Lindsay Willis.
That will be set for an exam. She's here.
All right. And Ross, let's go through yours. What do we know about your cases? Naomi Morris.
Signed a waiver. David Davis has signed a waiver.
All right. Larry Pennell.
He's mine. He's here. He signed a waiver.
All right. John Bush waiver. Reed Simon.
I believe that's gonna be left on at this time.
Dustin Wired.
That's gonna be left on for exam.
We're in the home stretch. Now, somebody called this morning and said, "Hey, I overslept, I'm not coming." And I'm trying to figure out who that was.
What's the other one he just said?
Laura, what's the holdup with that bind over sheet?
Myers?
He's an exam.
Austin
Unless you take an
Smith.
Morris is in the plan.
I don't know where that case is.
Yeah, no more pleas. It's either run or waive.
So we have exam with Morris, and that's with the Williams.
Wired. That's the one.
Oh,
Dustin
that's
Wired.
up here.
Yep, that's an exam.
Okay, I couldn't find it. Leave that on my list, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's adjourned 5.
Usually it's printed for the file.
Gonzalez.
Well, we're gonna need to get a bind over from
Gonzalez
the
don't
prosecutor's
have-
office.
I'm gonna keep
Somehow
trying to
it's
go.
not in
His
there,
phone like shut off.
but,
He's not been hiding.
have a seat, Ms. Crop. We gotta get that.
Just wait a second.
Thank you.
One courtroom, dozens of defendants, and nonstop chaos. From meth possession and welfare fraud to resisting police and violent felony charges, every case revealed another harsh reality. Some defendants begged for second chances. Others argued with the judge. And some were warned they could spend years in prison. One father told his son not to obey police orders, while another defendant faced a 20-year felony over meth charges. The judge stayed calm, but the pressure inside the courtroom kept building with every case called. This wasn't just a normal court session. It was a nonstop reminder that every decision has consequences.